Jeez, oh my gosh, wow. Wow. All the stuff on the floor. Just give me 1 second, folks. Because it's like, of course, I want to do something. There's like this big, you would just simply just cause lots of issues. Thank you for throwing it down on the floor again. Gravity, you're an idiot. Anyways, we're finally at this point of where I have to talk about it. Mainly because, well, let's see what happens because lots of people are talking about it and you could actually get a good bump. It's like, yes, that's part one. But part two is the fact of where no one mentions how fricked up this whole entire thing is because it is messed up. So I'm going to try to at least keep it fluid versus me just jumping the gun and just telling you all of how fucked up it is because it is so fucked up. If you get the federal, if the federal, it goes into federal, the freaking state of Utah will be freaking breaking at its freaking knees. It's a messed up thing where it's like, let's start, shall we? And I'll get to how fucked up it is, of how messed up it is, that they're gonna most likely hope that it will never go federal. They're gonna try to keep it in state because if it goes federal, they're all fucked. Unless, well, we'll tell you about the real bad guy that's actually in this that is totally fucked up. Anyways, let's start from the very beginning. Sorry I don't have any slideshows because, well, I'm going low key, and besides, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, that's my photo, a copyright claimer. Anyways, we'll start from the very beginning. In the state of Utah, most likely there's many places with this store. It's called Bricks and Minifigs. And previous people who were involved with the store actually got a special help. They decided to do a special request from a guy. This guy actually went instead of his freaking dad. His dad is a sickly man, and he got hospital bills that he gotta pay. So with the hospital bills he gotta pay, the son decided to be like, you know what we need to do? We're gonna have to say goodbye to your Lego collection. His Lego collection, if I understand correctly, is the 2010s line from Star Wars. Not even 1999, which it could be, but I don't know for sure. Either way, it's a bunch of Lego Star Wars sets that are neatly kept. He takes all of them. They're actually range for $120,000 to $200,000. They're going to sell them for him, and after they sell them, they will split the profits. So that sounds like a good little thing. But then all of a sudden, the owners decided to allow a new place, a new person to buy them out. But for some reason, you didn't tell them about the deal, or they told them about the deal, and you're like, oh, you know, 1/5 of $1 million. And if we can weasel them out of this shit, we can actually, we can make decent bank out of this. It's like, I'm just saying, from their point of view, because it's like either A, you give the stuff back, which I guess they should have gave them the money that, of the some of them that they sold and give them back quick. There's no way how you just sold the freaking store quick and you ducked out of there that fast. Crazy. But anyways, that's what happened is that they still have the stock. They should still be selling it. But however, they halted and basically said, oh well, we don't know what you're talking about. It's basically if you've seen The Simpsons where you have Monty Burns with a $1 million bill. It goes to Fidel Castro and he shows him the $1 million bill because they're hiding from the government. Castro had it for 1 second, and then the next second when you look, he's like, okay, give it back. I don't know what you're talking about. Give what back? Uh-oh. That's what they were hoping to do. That they were able to just keep the sets, keep the money, and we're all good. Basically the whole Eric Cartman in a wider scale. If you remember what happened in South Park, was it medicinal fried chicken? I think that was the one, wasn't it? I think so. That was the one where fried chicken got freaking outlawed, and now they're slinging fried chicken as if it's booze and prohibition. So he was able to get the money and keep the product. That's what they want to do. They want to get the money and keep the product. Or basically, they want to keep the product so they can get the money and they can keep the money. No idea if they actually are just keeping the sets because they're just keeping the sets for all we know. So they decided to go to court and actually got Ben to help them out. But first things first, they went to court, I believe. They won the court case just for the new entities who own the store to say, okay, we're closing the store now. Goodbye, everybody. It's like, you're still supposed to pay the people. We don't know what you're talking about. The store closed, man. What exactly who's supposed to pay if the store is closed? If the store's closed, that means there's nothing to pay because the store's closed. It's like, you are. You're the owners, unless you freaking die, but then that means it goes to the other people. It's like you can't freaking try to jump and keep jumping when it's like, dude, the law said you do this. And it's like, well, we're trying to do a Mark Zuckerberg from South Park. My brain, my brain. You can't cross here. He just crossed. It's like, yeah, it's like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep the money. Don't understand why exactly they want to keep the money or the sets. Don't know if they're such Lego Star Wars fans that they're like, we can't just leave these sets alone. It's like, well, then how about you pay the dude the freaking set? Well, they already got sued, so it's not even you can keep this. They're like, you can still keep the sets, but give them the money now. You can still keep the sets, but it's like, no, they want to keep the money in the sets. And it's like, where the money even came from? You can't even sell the freaking. It's like you can't even do that. It means that buyer of the sets also got ripped off. Well, it's like, yeah, that didn't happen. So we're at a weird crossroads. So what they have to do now is they have to give a subpoena to him, and they have Ben, Reckless Ben, who took up the mantle. He was able to be their champion in all this. Here is where we get to the messed up part of congratulations, we found a really corrupted crap that's like if they I don't even know. We got to get into this conversation soon because it's like it's an unbelievable conversation that we have to have, but it's a conversation we do have to have. So he goes to Utah. He goes to them. He tries to give them a freaking court order. They decided to try to say, nah, this dude's a stalker, even though it's like, dude, you need to be served. Think about Pineapple Express. This is exactly what Seth Rogen's job was. Think about it if he did that and they're like, yeah, we're not going to do that. No, we're not doing it. It's like, pretty sure Seth Rogen's character will find some way to do this shit and be done. I wouldn't be surprised that they would actually just get a freaking pizza man and the pizza man just gives him the pizza, but it turns out the pizza's not in there. It's a box with the papers in it. It's like, yeah, it's like, I think that would have been a smart idea. It's like, how about you just have him get a pizza man? And the pizza man would come with three boxes. One's empty. One has a pepperoni pizza. The other one has a cheese pizza down below. In the middle is the freaking papers. You give him those, and then there you go. Of course, it's like, I think, yeah, pizza man will have to sign for it, but I think that would have been a better option versus what he did is found some person, some woman who is not affiliated by him, and she's gonna do the thing. But this is where we get to the crazy part of where the dude is so dang good with dodging the law that he was able to make him say that, oh, he's a restraining order, oh, he tried to bomb threat us, oh, he's threatening me, and all that. He had a freaking banner. They took the banner down. The police are like, no, that, no. And, well, he had a crew with him, too. They found out where his bed and B was, his B&B, his bread and breakfast places. And they basically busted in there as if they didn't need a warrant, which kind of do need a warrant. It it gets to the point where it's like, okay, so where are we on this? What exactly is the messed up issue that you're talking about? Well, there's one thing that the freaking two jergasses of Bricks and Minifigs and the police officers and even the lawyer have in common. Are you ready? They're all fucking Mormons. Dum 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 dum. So we get the freaking open reveal that the Mormon church has been doing lots of crazy for so many decades. The freaking founder of it did some messed up crap and he was able to get through it scot free. And that is what's saving these guys so much is because they're fucking Mormons. The Mormon religion apparently corrupted the police officers, the police department of freaking Utah, along with the court system of Utah. Yes, the court system of freaking Utah. I might be skipping around, but just bear with me. So they basically made sure that he was wanted. It's like, yeah, because now they made him wanted a criminal and they want to arrest him. They already arrested him once for some stupid crap and he was able to get out of it. And then he had to flee to Mexico because they wanted him again, arrest him again, and put him in jail. Because apparently they wanted him to drop everything, drop his case, drop all of it. And it's like, it's some crazy freaking, it is some crazy bending right here. It's some crazy bending. They lost a lot of stuff. I think minifigs.com said, we're parting ways with you, Bricks and Minifigs. We don't want anything to do with you. Hell no. Oh, they called Patreon and tell him to stop paying this guy. And Patreon said, go fuck yourself. It's like, whoa. And Patreon is kind of not really 100% liked, but this gave him some good brownie points because it's like, wow, you even called Patreon and tried to get his cash flow to stop. They already actually part three finally came out after they were like, and it's like, what the heck? So I see all part three, most likely sooner or later. I don't know. Excuse me. But here's what I got and understood is that he had to go to court. I think he went to court in Utah. So he went into court, and I think few people said that, oh, he shouldn't have went to court. He needed to get a lawyer. What did I just say? Let's wind it back. The state of Utah is corrupted by the freaking Mormon church. If he got a fucking lawyer from Utah, chances are they will be Mormon. And if not, they will have some freaking intimidating bull that will make the freaking lawyer curve to what they say. So basically, him defending himself was a better option than getting a lawyer because the lawyer wouldn't be able to do anything. And if the lawyer is corrupting on their side, you'd be like, oh, yeah, so we got me a court deal. So they're able to actually let you go if you serve 3 months in prison. Yeah, you see, it's like not only that, but the freaking lawyer could even, oh, because you decided to allow to hire a lawyer. The lawyer, even though you're scared him, will most likely still backstab you because he'll say yes, he takes the deal. Even I was like, no, I do, but they are listening to the lawyer. So I'm like, nah, he did the right thing because there's no way we know how deep the Mormon church is in the judicial system of Utah, the police force, and anything else you can think of. Yes, talk about paranoia mode times 10. It's like, what about you? Aren't you kind of scared that the Mormon church is now going to be like, oh, you're an enemy? Yes, they're in my state. Yes, they're like at least 3 hours away, but what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? What you gonna do for duper duper duper? Besides, it's not like you're gonna even hear this. And if you do hear this, well, I think you're gonna have to finally do something good and cut ties with the bricks and mortar freaking owners. And also cut ties with even cut ties with the state of Utah. Because they kind of actually are making, if I could piece this together, think about anyone else can piece this together to the point where it's like, oh, the Mormon church is very, very corrupted. And not only after they, because this is where I'm like, it's going to get uprooted if it goes federal. They will first correct what's going on with freaking Bricks Minifigs and Ben and the old man. Then they're going to look at what the police officers did in Utah. And then they're going to look through all of them and see all your cases, which means every single case that you ever did arrest a person, if you did it for messed up reasons, you're fucked. To the point where it's like almost every single police officer of Utah get fired. So that means the state of Utah will either A, don't have a police force, or B, they're going to have to hire new officers. I mean, looks like for me, the National Guard might just be called. It's like the state of Utah needs the National Guard because it's like the Mormons have infiltrated the freaking police officers. The police, the police department has been infiltrated. Then after that, they're gonna look and see what the judge said in Utah, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, the judges in Utah." Which there was another judge that actually did some messed up crap because he had to go to them and have them be served papers. Somehow, Bricks and Minifigs were able to do it online. Online. You force him to have to do it by giving it to him. And the funny part is, like, the guy did actually touched it, but he said, "Nah, I don't need it. Nah, take it back." And it's like, that's not how it works, man. You're not above the law. Unless you're a Mormon, apparently. If you're a Mormon, you're above the law, apparently. Apparently, you're above the law. It's like, oh, fucking dang. It's like, yeah, it's like, so if they're really gonna, it's like, this is a good point where it's like, y'all guys should have just parted ways with Bricks and Minifigs. Because if this does actually happen, the whole entire state is gonna get lobotomized up the ass. It's like, yeah, it's like, or that one certain area of Utah is gonna get lobotomized real good because you had two freaking judges. One is like, oh yeah, he did all that messed up crap. Yeah, Ben's found again guilty. To this judge that he just recently did, and he's trying to prove his case and everything. And here's the freaking kicker. Here's the thing where I'm pretty sure all lawyers and judges will say that, yeah, that's illegal, is the fact of they didn't tell him what he was charged for. What? Like, yeah, they didn't tell him what he was charged for. I think he had to learn what he was charged for when he got into the courtroom. So how can you plead your case if you don't know what you're? And it's like this is where someone's like, you should have had a lawyer. And it's like, again, if the police officers and the other judge and this judge is corrupted by the Mormon religion, what makes you think he can find a freaking lawyer that actually cannot be Mormon and can stand up to him and not eventually actually have his ass on fire? Sometimes lawyers have to protect themselves too. So that equals to the point where it's like, even if he looked for a lawyer, he might not find a lawyer that can help him. It's either he's gonna get got or he's gonna have to do it on him by himself, which that's you're gonna have to do it all by yourself, man. It's kind of funny where it's like I thought you told me when it came to the part 3 that there's people telling him, "Oh, you can't do it. You can't do part 3." I thought he had a freaking team with him. So, for anyone who needs to understand, here's one thing I need to understand because you're most likely like, oh, but any lawyer from any state. It's like, no, no, no. They have to actually have a license in that state to actually be active in that state. A friend of mine actually is a lawyer, told me that. It's like, yeah, you can actually come to North Carolina even though they're in Florida. It's like, we're both in Florida, but we need a North Carolinian freaking a lawyer. And well, someone from Florida cannot do that. So that's why you need to find a lawyer that actually is in that state to refer to you or to represent you. So that's why he's totally fucked. Now, if there was a lawyer that, but again, it's like we don't know how powerful the Mormon religion is, which I'm pretty sure the Mormon church is freaking damn powerful as fuck. So it's like you're pretty much fucked. The only best way that this ends good is that it gets to federal and it gets away from the Mormon church or the Mormon corrupted people. But again, I don't think they need to have that. And it's like, this is the point where I'm like, the Mormon church should have picked your damn battles. You should have picked your battles. You have so much footage of showing how corrupt you freaking are. To the point where it's like investigation should most likely start as soon as this all gets solved and justice has been found. When justice has been actually properly found, the police officers, the police department, like I said, the judicial system of Utah, all of it or half of it, or whichever part that part is that those two judges are part of, those judges can get kicked the freak out because it's like, yeah, that's a real bad call. And pretty sure you might have even got paid for it, which I don't think so. Believe it or not, the police officers that are corrupted, the two judges we saw, they all weren't paid. That was 100%. You're a Mormon. I'm a Mormon. I got your back, yo. So I just needed to say that because no one is saying the part that you need to notice. Now it turns out that judges aren't Mormon. It's like they have to be because it's like there's no way you you're on their side. There's no freaking way you're on their side if you're not Mormon. Because he didn't even listen to his side of the story. He's like, oh damn, they win. So it's messed the freak up. It's really messed the freak up to the point where it's like the only way how this actually gets solved is if it goes to federal court. That's the only way how it gets solved is if it goes to federal court. And I guess the sadder part is the fact of where right now we got one person who the number one person right now who is 100% guilty of so many crimes and still he is scot free for the next 2 more years. I'm pretty sure because of him, this is why this is going on. Because it's like, well, he's rising high. Now, the crazier part would be the fact of where not only they get found guilty and get taken down, the person that's number one gives pardons to those two. Most likely you now understand who I'm talking about, but if you don't, good. I'm glad. Because I'm trying to be vague as possible. Which is like I doubt he will. I doubt he will do that. But it is very, very crazy of this freaking ride. This should have been already resolved. And here we are still, where it's like, dude, either give them the Lego sets back, pay for the Lego sets and whatever they got charged for, and just let this go. Because right now you're not. It's like it seems to me that you're losing a lot of stuff right now. And it seems like you're going under. Was this freaking worth it? Was losing this business worth for keeping all those Lego sets? Was it really truly worth it? Me personally, I'm like, there is no Lego sets worth going down like this. There is no Lego set. There is no toy worth going down like this. There is no toy. That's how it is there's no toy going down like this. And here they are just continuing on, just dancing and gliding through. It's like, man, I want to see what they do in the airport. In the airport, do they just simply just walk and then you have the PSA, he's TSA, and they just skirt right through, like skirt, 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 not even checking their luggage or anything. They just glide right through. Who cares? I could just glide right through all of it. Is that what they do? Is that what they freaking do? Because it feels like that's what you do if this is what you're doing with actual laws. So it gets very, very messed up. And apparently something about Rico, and then one of them got charged for Rico, and he got a lot of businesses under his belt. It's like you got a lot of business under your belt, then you should be loaded. You shouldn't even be freaking like this right now. Unless it turns out you're freaking messed the freak up, just like the number one guy that did so many crimes. And he doesn't have any money. And the money that you're getting is helping you out. You know, I'm like, so are you saying you actually sold the Lego sets or what? It's like, I guess he might be still trying to sell Lego sets, trying to get that sweet money that you can still try to get. And it's like, man. So this is the story. It's the fact that where he's still trying to get the money from back from those guys, and not only that, but well, the good news is that he did have a GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe did raise over 200,000, so he's able to give that to the old man. But still, he's seeing this to the end, though. He's seeing this to the end because now he lost wages and stuff because of this. Not to mention the false accusations and stuff. It's like all of that. And plus, it's like, hey, calling the police repeatedly for an emergency that doesn't exist, that's also a crime. Yeah, that's also a freaking crime, dude. If it's not a crime, then how come in Home Alone 3, that kid got a stern talking to every single time he called the police and they couldn't find the freaking burglar? It was like, yeah, it was like, then basically, I think you're gonna have to go to Home Alone 3 and be like, yeah, yeah, let me erase that right quick. It's like erase all those freaking scenes with the police officers. Because it's like, yeah, because that's what you just did. The kid got in trouble. Alex got in trouble for making those calls to the police officer when they quote unquote couldn't find the freaking thief or the um what was it? Home invader. That's it. Which is like if a kid got in trouble for that, what do you think an adult will get? It's like adult has more issues than a kid. An adult most likely will get either arrested or something or charged. He'll get fined. That's it. He'll get a fine for it. So it's like you made all those freaking calls to him, and it's like he's stalking me, and then apparently newest update is that they said that he actually hired a sniper to take him down. It was like if you actually hurt his funds and make sure he can't do new videos and stuff, how do you think he can actually hire a sniper, idiot? I'm just saying, it's like, what exactly you think? And it's just so many who's mocking him. It's like the freaking like the police officer who is just being like, "Oh, man, he's a YouTuber and I watched this video and I wonder how he's making a living out of his videos." And it's like, it's none of your concern. What's your concern is exactly what he's talking about of the freaking police officers and the messed up stuff that they're doing, you idiot. But it's like, guess what? I think she's a fucking Mormon too. She's on their side as well. Which just basically makes it where it's like, y'all guys picked the wrong battle to choose. Now, if it turns out that a twist of fate, they were able to make all this go away, and well, it's just a sad story, and well, justice doesn't prevail, then good for them. And the fact of where they won't get fucking busted. But you know, in this world, people will get busted, and if you're not careful, it's either one thing or another thing that'll freaking bust your ass. Because it's like, dude, you guys not picking your battles correctly. This one, I would say, the police department and the judicial system, this is the worst choice you can make. You should have just been like, ah, dude, pay the freaking shit. That's what you should have did. It's like either pay or get out of our damn state. We're not going down because of your sorry ass. That's what you should have did. Because it's like, dude, like I said, if this goes federal and they look into it, and then lots of people are going to say, what about the police officers who are involved with this shit? And it's like, oh, they're going to do a big investigation of your freaking police department. And then it's like, what about the freaking judge who said all this bullshit and the other judge? They're going to look into that shit too. And then they're going to look into the whole entire freaking state of Utah. And oh shit, no. It's like, yeah, it's like a lot of people are going to lose. It's like, do you care about your damn job? That's my good question. Do you care about your damn job? Like, I doubt the Mormon religion is, or the Mormon church is good enough to be like, "Oh, we pay everybody who actually works here, everybody who is our faith. We pay them. They don't even give tithe and offerings. Yes, they do, but we are able to actually give them money as well. So they're all good and well off in this world. Praise Jesus." No church does that. So I don't think it's a fallout plan for the Mormon church to actually pay for you guys, all of y'all who's gonna lose your jobs because of this bullshit. So I'm like, yeah, you should pick your battles, and this was one that you shouldn't have picked. This is one you should have just allow them to get freaking screwed over, paid, and sent to jail. You should have just allowed that because you most likely did a lot more than this, right? You most likely did a lot more. And it's like, dude, things are gonna come to light even if it's gonna be decades ago or so, they're gonna look at your shit and you're gonna get fucked up. So it's like you should not have done this. You should have let this whole scenario, this whole entire incident go. Let this crap go. Should have let this go from the beginning. When he called you and he's like, "Oh, this is a subpoena," you should have just gave him the subpoena, tell him just take it, you bastard, and then just leave. Because it's like you're gonna and then of course the messed up part will be this is that if they show and it's like the freaking police department was corrupted, the judicial system is corrupted, they're now gonna look at the Mormon church itself and be like, hey, what the fuck is this? Because they're gonna look at the Mormon church itself and it's like, oh damn. Oh damn, damn. How are you gonna fix this crap? How are you gonna fix this? How are you going to fix this? So I'm like, yeah, so it's either you should have, he's like, either A, which I'm pretty sure the Mormon church can easily fix this. They're going to basically be like, oh, the Utah chapter's not part of us. They're their own thing. That's the Mormon Church of Utah. Yeah. We're in Florida, and yes, we have many churches, but Utah, we don't have churches in Utah. Like, that's what they're going to do. They're going to just freaking throw you under the bus, set you off so they can be free. That makes perfect sense. Like, yeah, it's like they're not gonna be stupid enough to stick around with your ass. It's like you guys chose this without even calling them, be like, hey, you know how we keep on stuffing cup swipe stuff under the rug, sir? Yeah, yeah. So these guys right here are basically owe this old man some money or something. And now we got this guy who's doing a subpoena and everything, and it's getting like very blown up. So can we actually back him on this? How much is it blowing up? Well, there's a dude on YouTube and it's a video and there's like millions of people watching it and yeah, and it's actually now getting bigger on the internet. It's like, okay, hold on. No. Do not help their ass. Whatever you did before, no. And as for the police officers who are a part of this, get the fuck out. It's like you need to resign and get the fuck out of Dodge because we don't want you. It's like, yeah, because we don't want you to be in part of this at all. It's like you need to get the frick out. It's like there's no saving the dude. It's like, yeah, dude can't be saved. I guess the only way how they're gonna save the dude or save the 3 to 4 police officers, like, get your family, come to Florida. You're gonna come to our big city. We're gonna keep you good in asylum. We're gonna let those two freaking go down. It's like, yep, it's like, make sure you tell the church and everything. Don't help them. Don't even let them come in on Sunday. They're on their own. They have to pray for their sin. Pray. Gotta pray and repent of their sins and come to Jesus for real. It's like, yeah, because like this is not good. This is not a good look. It's not a good look at all. This is not a good look. You did this. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. You're fucking screwed, man. You're screwed. It's like, yeah, it's like you screwed. It's like, well, I guess the only thing that they could do is they could actually just not try to say they're Mormons. Yeah, they could basically hide the fact that they're Mormons, and only just the judicial system and the police department will get slammed, while the Mormon church is safe. However, even though you do that, there's going to be some digging, and Eventually, you guys gonna slip up to the point where it's like, okay, you lied to him. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, ooh, you screwed. Not unless you can lie really, really good. Unlike these two, like bricks and mortals, these two idiots, they can't lie worth a darn. Because if they can lie worth a darn, pretty sure they would have been able to get Ben and From in jail and everything. They're able to get away with all of it. But since they're not good liars, it goes to where, yeah, you guys freaking screwed. You guys are freaking screwed sooner or later. All we got to do is just let it go to a freaking federal court. If we can get to federal court, which I'm pretty sure all this freaking everything that's going on is either going to get to federal court or someone who actually is a judge who sees is not right and they're in the state of Utah and they're not afraid of the Mormon church, which I'm pretty sure everyone's intimidated by the Mormon church in Utah. Oh yeah, everyone's they got power here. They got power somehow. They got freaking power. Not by Jesus, by the way. Not by Jesus. Because one thing that Jesus said to us all is obey the law of the land. He said that. Obey the law of the land. Are you obeying the law by dodging the rules that the land has? No, so you're not in God's will. But of course, you know, the devil loves to dance. Though it's not, he's not going to be the part of where it's like condemning, condemning the Mormon church, which that's another thing. That's just another time if I actually am like holier than thou and gets to have the actual right to do it. It's like, yeah, I don't get the right to do it. No one can actually condemn the Church of Mormon is God Himself. And you don't want to see how that plays out. Because at one point, God actually did a few things where it's like, damn. It's like, yeah, I think one time he struck a freaking church with lightning of how messed up and condemned, how messed up it was. It's like, yeah, it's like you say you're of God and everything, you get struck by lightning or by one dude who's like, yes, and if I wasn't true, I would do God slight me down right now. And the freaking TV screen went down on the freaking pastor. So that means one thing. God, when you actually truly actually get his attention, and he's like, I am tired of you and your freaking sins, your sinfulness. He will take you down. He will take you down. It's kind of funny. I'm like, whatever happened to like gratitude? This is the message from the Church of Latter Day Saints, something like that. It's like they had to do a different like thing, and I wonder why they had to do a different thing. Because like he gets us, I'm pretty sure that's Mormonism. Pretty sure that's the Latter Day Saints, and it's like, why did you change it? Did God actually got you to the point where it's like, oh, we got to do something different, or was that just your different tactic to get people to come to quote unquote Jesus? Either way, this whole entire situation that we're dealing with here. It's like, yeah, it's like my final thoughts. Let's do this cool thing. It's like, here's my final thoughts. My final thoughts is the people of bricks and minifigs are in the wrong. They had one thing that they actually got charged for. You should have just paid it off. Or give them back the sets, or give them the money and the rest of the sets that you have. All the stuff that you did here, it's not really necessary, and it just shows how messed up of a person you are. It's like, yeah, it's like you got stress and anxiety and stuff. Well, maybe you shouldn't be committing crimes. I learned that when I was 7 years old. I did two successful robberies. It's like, yes, I stole. I stole when I was a kid. I stole. I did two perfect ones. The only messed up part is the anxiety or the panic attacks or the freaking issues that running through my mind when it comes to me hoping that I won't get caught. That is most likely what you got. Not anxiety, oh my gosh, he's freaking stalking me or crap. No, it's the fact of where you actually are having anxiety of getting caught for what you did. That means you shouldn't be doing this. This is not your life. Like me, it's like I repented of that sinful way because I knew for a fact I can't do this. I can't just keep on doing it and repeatedly hoping that no one catches me. And I have to calm my breath and calm my mind. That was hard to do. And I never actually mastered it because I said, screw this. I don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need to freaking steal from people. You don't need to do any of this stuff. You need to come clean and get to Jesus. That's what you need to do. Both of y'all. Or at least mainly the man that we seen in the freaking photo. I mean the videos. That guy needs to get good with God. Most likely not the God that Mormon. Like, yeah, you need to get like real Jesus. Might even that, you need to get like real Jesus, real up close. AKA, you need to go to Catholicism. You need to go to Catholicism and you need to have a good baptism. That's what you need. And most likely to get slapped by the Bible like at least 5 times in the face. Because it's like you are being very sinful here, man. You are being sinful. So what Rex's Ben has to deal with, that he didn't need to deal with this. That was messed up. And the police called him on repeatedly, trying to do the right thing, having to subpoena someone, and it's like serving people papers, serving someone papers. It's like, and you're telling me that, oh, Utah, they just straight up just did it digitally. Pretty sure that most likely is illegal. If, why didn't you give him the freaking option to do it digitally? Just saying. So it's like, it seems that the digital part, that should not even have worked either. You should have actually came to his face and gave him papers, just like he was supposed to give you papers. So at least it'll be a good exchange where it's like, okay, I'll take your papers and you take my papers. If you're like, no, no, I'm not gonna take your papers, but you take mine. Then there you go, you got an impasse. It's like, yeah, you see? So you're causing issues and you're stopping things when you shouldn't have just should accept it. Accept you did something wrong, make it right. That's what Jesus taught us. That's what Jesus taught us. But one thing you're doing is just basically showing that, oh, how freaking scummy and messed up the Mormon church is. And that's the messed up part here is that you're showing you as a Mormon how messed up the Mormon religion is. It's like, yeah, we get the whole thing of where you go knock on someone's door and say, hey, would you like to hear good news of Jesus Christ? But it's like, yeah, do you really embody it? This guy's not embodying it. It's like it'll be funny. It's like I would never want it, but if someone does come and it's like, "Hey, would you like to hear about Jesus Christ?" Like, you're a Mormon, right? Yeah, yeah. The guys at Bricks and Minifigs are Mormons too. You might need to actually go tell them about Jesus before you come over here, because it's like you're not being good Mormons. You're gonna have to get someone over there and help them out before you come over here. Because it's like, if you can't help your own to find Jesus and be in a good foot and be right with the Lord, what exactly do you have coming over here at my house trying to get me be right with the Lord when I'm right with the Lord, but the ones that are part of your flock are not right with the Lord? See? Big slam here, Mormon Church. Big slam here of how messed up this whole entire situation is. You should have just left it alone. Should have tried to actually tell them don't do shit. Don't police officers don't do crap. Judges don't do crap. Let them be all by themselves. Pretend they're not even a part of our religion. Like yeah, it's kind of funny. I was making a joke, being like, the way to solve this is that Reckless Ben will have to marry a Mormon girl. He has to marry a Mormon wife, and then there'll be an equal footing. Like yeah, it's just a Mormon wife. Funny, but it could work. I'm not encouraging him to do that though. But it is kind of just this whole entire situation is messed up. And I think it's going to keep going because they're going to just keep it going. Now, the only question remains is this: is that will the darkness come true, where they actually will make it in the end, and he's in jail or something, which I doubt it, or he just loses and they get to still keep the money and keep the Legos, and no, nothing got solved in this matter, or well, you get to a point of where it's like it's been on the news, so many people are listening to it, people had enough, and they just go to federal court. Or even crazier is the number one dude that did so many stuff, and he's keep on doing stuff that actually makes people look at him and bullshit. Or he's like he needs another thing to freaking cause issues so he can dodge himself. So what he's gonna do is throw bricks and minifigs under the bus, and he himself will put them into federal government. He himself will put them in federal court, which I say, if that happens, oh my gosh, man, I should put some smackaroos down and be like, it will happen. And when it happens, and I put down $1,000, $1 million. Oh, hells yeah. Oh, hells yeah. But it's a possibility that could happen. I don't know what the future will bring, but what I hope for is that in the end, justice will be served. The only messed up part is will there be a massive overhaul and a freaking rip of a horrible band aid? Like as if a band aid that has been growing over the bandage that they have to go like, and it's like, yep, the state of Utah has a massive freaking bandage that has to be ripped right open so it can actually be healed, which means all those police officers fired. The freaking judges fired. Almost anybody's like, yeah, it's like church and state will be 100% erased. It will be in freaking full effect in Utah. You can't be Mormon and be a police officer, a judge, or a lawyer. They're going to basically have a mass exile, if anything. The only good question is that if this does happen, will the Mormon church easily say, hey, come to Florida, and they have a good safe haven in Florida? Or are they going to turn their backs on it to say you're on your own? Good luck with life. Never say our freaking name ever again. Ever. Which I'm like, ooh, hoo, hoo. Because right now it's shedding a messed up issue. Like the state of Utah is right now getting a messed up shade that looks very bad on. But as soon as the state of Utah is able, which who knows if they're full of Mormons, period. Because it's like, it's either full of Mormons or there's some who aren't Mormons, and they're all going to point at the freaking Mormons. So the state of Utah can easily be like, no, no, it wasn't the state of Utah. No, 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 no. It was the Mormons. All the Mormons that live in Utah did this shit, not us Utahians. We don't really care about Mormonism. These doofuses do. So fuck the Mormons, but not us. Not the state of Utah, but fuck the Mormons. It's like, yeah, it's like, who knows? If it becomes a massive exodus where they have no choice but to leave Utah, who knows what will happen to the state of Utah at that point? But that's just a massive scenario. What I believe was going to happen is that, excuse me, let's just hope that the police force don't come in this too, where the police are like, yeah, we're gonna stick by our men no matter what. And it's like, I hope y'all guys know that this is a petty thing right here. Very petty. It's not like the whole thing where it's like, oh, you shot someone and oh man, oh. It's like, no, this is just a messed up petty thing where it's like, wait, were you on his beck and call? And he's not even paying you? My ass. It's like someone would be like, my ass. They're gonna have to pay us under the table. It's like some of us got paid for the freaking damn mafia. Yeah, we're on a mafia payroll, you dumb bastard. You did it for fucking free? Man, fuck y'all. We're not gonna represent you. We out. It's like, yeah, everyone who's a police officer in other states are like, yeah, we out. Fuck peace, man. You even get freaking money for this shit. You freaking did this because he's freaking a part of your freaking religion. yourself. It's like, yeah, it's like everyone's like, yeah, we got paid for what we did. We got paid for it. You doing it for free, man? Get the fuck out of here. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. Again, what I hope for is the fact of the old man gets to have his money. If he gets his Lego minifigures too, Lego sets too, that'll be good. Yeah. Ben gets to have all his reparations of damages and stuff being paid for. And that's where the police is like, you could use it just, hopefully, it's not the whole entire police force, but the freaking police officers that are part of this, which I think there's like at least maybe six, seven of them, fired, disgraced, kicked the fuck out. The two judges, if it's just the two judges, not judges and lawyers, but pretty sure it's judges and lawyers, not the whole entire state of Utah or the Utah judicial system. But the two judges and a few lawyers, or just the two judges, kick the fuck out. What the fuck? Favoritism, get the fuck out. But if it ends being like the state of Utah to be lobotomized, I'm like, I don't watch the news. But seeing this, seeing how this will play out, where they're gonna have to rip the whole entire freaking police department and the judicial system of Utah, and they're all actually, it's like country of America versus state of Utah police force or whatever. That would be unbelievable, and I will watch that. It's like, yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure the police department will have to pay also. It's like, yeah, you should also put some payment for freaking them. It's like, yeah, you should also sue them too. And sue the two judges as well. It's like there's lots of people you can sue, Ben. I say sue all of them. Because they deserve it, man. It's like, what the frick? Y'all guys could have just let let freedom ring, let justice be served. But here you are. Oh, he's Mormon. We're Mormon. Yeah, we got your back, dog. Man, just shoot. Biggest freaking corruption I've ever seen ever since what happened with another dude in freaking Mormon history. It's like, yeah, it's like, man, y'all guys frick. At least the good news is that Scientology is freaking safe. Who would have thunk it? Wait, what was a Scientologist? No, 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 it's Mormons. Not Scientology. Scientology is somewhere else. It's like, yeah, well, at least the good news is that Scientology isn't getting hit. Nope, it's the Mormon religion. Damn. And the Mormon